The casino is the only business on earth where the customers cheer when they lose you money. They fly across the country to do it. They wait in line for the privilege. And the strangest part? You already know, almost to the dollar, exactly how much they're going to hand you before a single card is dealt. A casino doesn't gamble. That's the secret hiding under all the noise and the neon. The people at the tables are gambling. You, the owner, are running the most mathematically certain business ever invented. A machine that turns time into money with the reliability of a law of physics. In a few minutes, you're going to own one of these. So let me show you the machine underneath the lights. How it prints money with near perfect certainty. And the one single night, it can all blow up in your face and take 3 casinos down with it before the year is out. Because that night really happened, and I'll show you exactly how. But before the math, there's the dream. And the dream is pure velvet. Picture it. It's your floor. The lights never dim. Somewhere a slot machine is singing, coins raining into a metal tray. A dice table erupts. A stranger just got rich and the whole pit cheers with him. Cocktail waitresses drift between the tables. There are no clocks on your walls, no windows, no sunrise, no sunset. Just an endless, glittering, golden now. And every chip sliding across every table is a tiny piece of a river that flows in exactly one direction, toward you. You don't own a building. You own the house. And they say it right there in the oldest line in gambling. The house always wins. But almost no one stops to ask the obvious question. Why? Why does the house always win? It isn't luck. The house gets just as unlucky as anyone. It isn't cheating. It doesn't need to. The real answer is a single piece of quiet, ruthless mathematics. And once you see it, you will never look at a casino the same way again. So, let's start with the money. Here's the first thing nobody tells you, and it sounds insane. The casino does not need you to lose. You'd assume the whole business is built on you walking out broke. It isn't. The casino needs exactly one thing from you. It needs you to keep playing. Take the roulette wheel, the American one, with the 0 and the 00. Every time you place a bet on that wheel, the house has an edge of about 5%. That's the whole advantage. For every $100 you bet, the math quietly tilts a little over $5 toward the house and hands the rest right back to you. 5%. That's nothing. You could win all night against 5%, and plenty of people do walk out winners. That's exactly what keeps the seats full. So, here is the single most important sentence in this entire video. That same 5% edge, by the end of the night, quietly becomes 20% of everything you brought. The house takes 5 and keeps 20. Hold that number, because the gap between those two is the whole business. It's about to change how you see every casino on earth. Because you are not betting against luck. You are paying a tiny, invisible tax on every single bet you place. And the house has exactly one job: to make you place as many of them over as many hours as humanly possible. It doesn't want your money in one big grab. It wants your time. And it has built an entire world right down to the carpet under your feet to take it from you, one bet at a time. So here's the answer to the most important sentence in this video. How does a 5% edge turn into 20% of your money? Watch closely. You sit down with $100. You place a bet. The house takes its tiny sliver, 5 cents on the dollar, and hands the rest back to you as winnings. So most of your money is still sitting there in front of you. And what do you do with it? You bet again. And the house takes another sliver and hands it back. And you bet again. That's the whole trick. The house doesn't take your $100 once. It takes a thin slice, gives it back, and takes another slice off what's left, over and over and over, all night long. Each single bet only costs you 5%, but you are not making one bet, you are making hundreds. And by the time you finally stand up from that table, your money has been taxed so many times that the house has quietly kept about 20 cents of every dollar you walked in with. The two numbers even have names. The house edge is what it takes on each bet. The hold is what it actually keeps by the end of the night. And the hold is always the bigger, uglier number, because the house isn't playing you once, it's playing you 1,000 times. Which tells you the single most important thing about this entire business. Every extra minute you stay at that table is more money in the house's pocket. Not likely, guaranteed. So the casino's whole job, the reason behind every single design choice in the building, is brutally simple. Keep you playing for as long as it possibly can. And once you understand that, the casino stops looking like a playground. It starts looking like a trap, engineered down to the millimeter. Look up. There are no clocks anywhere. Look around. No windows, no daylight, nothing to tell you if it's noon or 3 in the morning. The floor is a deliberate maze, so that reaching an exit means walking past 100 more chances to play. The lights, the sounds, the near misses on the slot machines, every one of them is engineered to keep you in that seat for one more spin. And those free drinks arriving at your table? That is not kindness. Hold that thought. In a moment, you'll see exactly what those drinks are really buying. Now, here's a twist that surprises almost everyone. When you picture a casino, you picture the tables, the green felt, the dice, the dealer. That's the show. But it is not the business. The real money is in the machines, the slots. Those blinking, singing boxes lining every wall are the single biggest source of a casino's income, far bigger than the glamorous tables. And here's why the owner loves them. A slot machine never needs a salary. It never takes a break. It never makes a mistake. And its edge is often far steeper than the tables. On many machines, the house keeps 10 cents of every dollar, sometimes more. The tables are the theater that gets you through the door. The slots are the quiet, tireless machine that actually pays for the building. And now, the free drinks, the free room, the free steak dinner. Because here is the secret behind every complimentary gift a casino ever hands out. It is not generosity. It is arithmetic. The casino tracks how much you bet, how long you play, and the edge on your game. From that, it calculates one number. your theoretical loss. That's how much, on average, it expects to win from you. Then it simply hands back a slice of that expected loss, usually somewhere between 20 and 40% of it, as rooms, meals, and shows. Read that again, because it's the whole con in a single sentence. The casino gives you a free room because it has already calculated, down to the dollar, how much you will lose to earn it. The comp is not a reward for winning. It is a receipt for how much you are expected to lose. The bigger the gift, the more the house is quietly betting that you will bleed. So step back and look at the machine now. A tiny mathematical edge on every bet. A whole world designed to make you bet as many times as possible. Machines that never tire. And gifts that are really just a discount on your own predicted losses. Over a night, a weekend, a year, across millions upon millions of bets, luck completely disappears, and the math takes over with the cold certainty of gravity. The house doesn't hope to win. It knows. But that certainty comes with a hidden condition. It only holds when the bets are small and the players are many. And every so often, one player walks in who breaks that rule so completely, he can bring the whole machine to its knees. In 1990, a man like that walked into the Trump Plaza in Atlantic City. His name was Akio Kashiwagi, a Japanese real estate tycoon and one of the biggest gamblers who ever lived. They called him the Warrior. At the baccarat table, he bet up to $200,000 on a single hand. In a single hour, he could put more than $10 million into play. He was exactly the kind of whale a casino dreams about, and exactly the kind that should terrify its owner. Because when Kashiwagi sat down and started winning, the casino had no ocean of small bets to protect it. It had one man, betting fortunes and running hot. Within days, he was millions of dollars ahead, and the mathematics that always protects the house had simply stopped working. The machine was staring at the one thing it was never built to survive. And what happened next is the most important lesson in this entire business. So the casino was staring at its worst nightmare. One man, running hot, with no ocean of small bets to save it. And the owner did the only thing the math allows. He didn't panic. He reached for the one weapon that never fails: time. See, there's a law underneath this entire business. Mathematicians call it the law of large numbers. In plain English, the more bets that are made, the more certain the house's edge becomes. Over a few lucky hands, a player can win, but over thousands of hands, luck burns off like fog, and the house's small advantage hardens into a guarantee. The casino's answer to a winning whale isn't to stop him, it's to keep him playing until the math wakes back up. So the casino lured Kashiwagi back for a rematch. This time, the deal was simple. He would keep playing until he either doubled his money or lost it all. And this time, the house just had to make sure he stayed at that table long enough for the numbers to do their work. It worked. Over 6 days, Kashiwagi played more than 5,000 hands of baccarat. And slowly, hand by hand, the fog of luck burned away, and the edge crept back in favor of the house, exactly as the math promised. By the time the game was stopped, the Warrior was down $10 million. The same man who could have broken the casino walked away one of its biggest losers. That is the law of large numbers, made of flesh and blood. The house's whole strategy against its most dangerous player was simply to keep him in the chair. But this story has a second ending, the human one. Kashiwagi had been playing on credit. He left owing millions he couldn't cover. And in 1992, before those debts were ever settled, he was found murdered in his home near Mount Fuji, stabbed as many as 150 times. The case was never solved. He died owing casinos millions. And in a final, brutal irony, that same year, the 3 Atlantic City casinos he dueled were themselves buried in debt and driven into bankruptcy. The whale and the house that fought him, both destroyed within 2 years. Nobody in that story walked away whole. Now, hold on to everything you just saw, because occasionally the whale wins for good. In 2011, a sharp gambler named Don Johnson became known as the man who broke Atlantic City. He didn't get lucky. He sat down and negotiated. A fat rebate on any losses and blackjack rules so favorable that he shaved the house edge down to almost nothing. He got casinos, desperate for a whale, to hand him a game that was nearly a coin flip. Then he bet enormous, and he won, walking away from 3 casinos with around $15 million. He didn't beat the math. He got the house in its hunger to switch the math off. And that is the knife hiding under the felt. The same mathematics that makes a casino the most certain business on earth only guarantees anything over the long run and the small bets. Over one wild night with one enormous player, the house is just as exposed as the gambler, and it can lose millions before sunrise. So, the question that started all of this: do you actually get rich owning a casino? And the honest answer depends entirely on which casino you choose to build. Picture 2 of them, side by side. The first lives on volume. It packs its floor with slot machines and low-limit tables, and it serves 1,000 ordinary players a night, each making small bet after small bet. Run the numbers. 1,000 players, each betting around $100 an hour on games with a 5% edge. That's roughly $5,000 in expected profit every single hour, flowing in with the steadiness of a clock. This casino is almost boring, and it is almost impossible to lose money on. This is the machine that mints billionaires. The second casino chases whales. It builds marble palaces and private salons to lure a handful of enormous players. When it wins staggering sums in a single weekend. But its entire quarter can ride on the luck of one man at one table. And one hot streak from one whale can turn a record year into bankruptcy. Ask the 3 casinos that Kashiwagi dueled. Same industry, same math. One casino is a machine. The other is a bet the owner is making, whether he admits it or not. Which is the truth hiding underneath the whole glittering business? The casino doesn't beat you with luck. It never needed luck. It beats you with time. Every second you stay on that floor is a second the math is quietly working. And the math never gets tired, never gets drunk, never chases its losses, and never, ever goes home. The house doesn't gamble. It waits. And the longer you stay, the more certain it becomes. So, knowing all of it now, the invisible tax, the endless night with no clocks, the gifts that are really receipts, and the whale who can crack the whole thing open, would you build the machine? Or would you be smarter than everyone in this story and just walk out while you're still ahead? Next time, We open the books on another empire everyone thinks they understand, and no one really does. Every asset taken apart with real numbers. Subscribe and find out what it actually costs to own the impossible.